Hey guys, what's up? I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. So pretty recently I got Monsters We Make and I read in like 3 days and I have some pretty interesting takes that I would like to share. The purpose of this video is that I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Monsters We Make without obsessing too much over Cory. And of course all credit goes to Cory Kenshin, he's the one who wrote and created the manga. I'm just an unpopular dude giving out my opinion. Also, if you notice that I use a picture at one point for a little while, that just means I'm trying to save time. You know, I've run out of pictures or clips to put in the video every second. So yes, with that out of the way, let's get into my thoughts on Monsters We Make. Alright, here we find ourselves in the city of New Eden, a place that functions better than everywhere else in the post-eternal night world. With a struggling family, Jabari moves into New Eden and gets into the school, where they're promised better lives for the rest of their life. Then Jabari learns that in return for the school, he has to face risky and dangerous missions. But yeah, that was basically the story summed up. If you want to know more about it, check out Cory's vid. Now I'm going to talk about the things I found pretty good and funny about the manga. So first, I've noticed some lines in the book that referenced Cory. And if you don't know what I mean by that, I'll show you right now, and I've only caught 2. So the first one, I guess, is where Jabari makes a joke in front of a person who was working at the school, to which he says, "Huh, it looks like we got a little comedian on our hands." To which I think references to,
I don't have to write a report on this.
Leon, you're killing him out there.
Bet he's not part of the rescue squad.
Oh, she a comedian too, huh? Everybody a comedian.
And for the second Easter egg, which may not be true, is in that same scene where Jabari learns that they're using kids to battle the leakers. And then he's like, "Why are you sending kids? Just call the whole army." Which I think references to,
Raft escapees jammed up a street and grabbed hostages.
Nah. Call somebody else, call Batman.
again, it may not be true, but I still had to add that in there. Now, overall, what I think of the comic, it's definitely not terrible, but it was very fun. I'm pretty sure even Cory said that this should be like the only filler volume for the school, the city, and the main character. And Cory said the next books won't be as long as the first volume, which is kind of a bummer, because it is a pretty small book by itself, which I read in 3 days after waiting for months. But all I'm really hoping for is if he do shortens them, I hope they all won't be $15 like the first one. Because I feel like that's a bit expensive for less than 200 or less than 100 pages in the rest of the volumes. And also, be careful when you're trying to smell the book. I don't know what kind of packaging it came through, but you know when you try to smell a new book because you know it always smells good. I tried it, I flipped through the pages and I got maced or something because like it just sent out dust that got stuck into my eyelid, so be careful, man. So this is the end of the video, but before I go, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for the support on last video. I mean, last video got 100 views in 2 days, and in 5 days got to be the most popular video on the channel right now. So yes, I can't thank you guys enough. I don't think I would be here without your support. And we've reached the end of the video. I will see you all in the next one.
With Hazel.